Hi, everybody. I'm here a little bit early, thank goodness. I like to never got YouTube to go live. I hope we're not infected with that same problem Verizon's having. Wait and see if anybody shows up. Hey, Kathy, you're first. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Whew. So what's going on with everybody? I'm gonna wait till straight up flow. May not be anybody else joining us, but I bet they trickle in. Are you doing that at the same time, Kathy? Watching me and finishing some landscaping? Good Lord. I'm impressed. Well, landscaping in general, I'm impressed with because I don't do that. I get my hands dirty in the studio. Can you tell I got my camera thing figured out? I bet I can get rid of that wire. And it's wrapped around. Poopy la loopy. Nope, that didn't do it. If I unplug it, it's going to... No, maybe not. Maybe not. It wasn't wrapped in itself. Engineering, man, engineering. Got it. Well, good. Nice rainy day. Good activity. I lost the lid to another Uhu. It's still got quite a bit in it. Sprayed water on it. I hope that works. It's not sticky now, but I lost the lid, so. Oh well. So where are you, Kathy, that it started to rain? It's cloudy here. First thing I was going to do is show what I did since our last live stream, and then just do some more. It's practice training your eye, and it's also practice in simplicity. So instead of seeing how many layers I can put on, I try to limit it to 3 to 5 elements. And my elements blend in because the colors are similar in value. That's the main thing. Ontario. Y'all are catching some of the last of the hurricane, right? Or am I on the wrong side of Canada? Well, yeah, I know I'm on the wrong side of Canada for more than one reason. And get my favorite jelly plate out. Basically, I'm just going to play because the chat's always fun. I like listening to it. The end result of these pages could be that I take this as a step jumping off point for a larger canvas. And that's the side benefit of learning to be more elemental rather than seeing how many layers. And I'm in love with the way these pages lay so flat. That's due to the Oohoo glue. Photo 2. There'll be some more trickling in here. There are so many live streams. You can almost watch one every minute of the day. You should find, this is another exercise in starting your day. If you'll get up in the morning, or whenever you like to get up, but for me, it's usually not morning, and do a couple of these, you'd be surprised how fast you can fill up a journal, and it loosens you up for your regular arting. You can do 2 to 4 pages in under an hour. So, Judy, hi. Miss Kathy and I are just sitting here chit-chatting until a few more drop in. You do need to find your art stuff, and you need to find a corner or table where you can put it out and leave it out. Because if you have to go through that, putting it out and going back to get it, putting it up and getting it out, you won't paint. Can you tell I got my camera figured out? Da-da-da-da-da-da. I was sitting on the other side working on my encaustic, and I was thinking, that thing swivels all kinds of directions. I bet I could figure it out to swivel the way I need it. And I did. It's not upside down anymore. I found this little piece of tape, or I'm not real sure what it is. It looks like it might be something sticky. Nope. Do y'all happen to follow Barb Owen? She was doing a test live on Sunday, and I caught it yesterday, and her son has helped her completely redo her film studio in her studio. My goodness, they've got 4 cameras. It'd be nice, but it would take a lot of figuring to get 4 cameras in here. Well, I can't get. Oh, Poppy just left, so the babies are going to bark at everything now. Probably school that now. Well, if that. I've got a pokey tool somewhere, but no, I wouldn't be able to find it. Oh, I know what. I've got a X-Acto knife sitting here somewhere. Rats. Now, I just had that knife. It's probably in the floor already. Well, I guess that won't be such a good idea. Okay, well, if I need to use this, I'll just glue it down. But it is a pretty color. I like it. I don't even know where it came from. All right, I'm through chit-chatting with myself, so let's go. Sounds like a Prince song. Let's go, let's go. Anyway, I did these Saturday at Rosemary Moore's house in Fort Smith, and she's got a fabulous group of Facebook groups that are cool. And every once in a while she opens her studio, and those of us that are close enough and in the tribe go over, and you just do whatever you want to do for the day. So I was making some papers, and I did not get that book. Hold on. I'll be right back. I know where it is. It's amazing that you have to tear up the studio to get it where you can use it. Anyway, I was making a different kind of paper. I thought I stuck them in there. And I didn't. That was all I had with me. Okay. I'll get organized here in a minute. Anyway, they turned out darker than what I was headed for. But with all the layers being very translucent and very thin, you get some interesting papers. Started with stays on black ink and stamps. You can see the stamps through the back. But I think I covered the stamps too much. That's a beautiful piece of paper. But you can't really see anything under it. I got a little carried away. And this one is on some yellow onion skin, some vintage paper. That one's pretty. So just stamping off some excess there. So I did that. I don't think I did anything in here. I made paper most of the time. That was last week. Probably with y'all that last day when I was making some of my paint. See, look, paper's created totally different days and times, and it's fun to see. Not matchy-matchy, but they blend good. Okie doke. Encaustic is going well. Move the stencil. Let's see if I can do this. See it? It's got probably 5 or 6 coats of encaustic now. Try not to make you sick. Now my goal with this, my personal goal with this, is to make sure that my pages don't all have the same elements in the same place. Excuse me. So there's variety. So like that could go I love my magnetic ruler, by the way. I've got its magnetic pad, but when I'm working, I just slap it on this metal tin that holds jellies. But I always know where it is. Turn it upside down, because the torn edge it glues down a little bit better. And if I put it back every time I lose it, it doesn't get lost in the mess. So I'm looking for a pinkish color. That's not too bad. And that means I've got that over here in my pile. That'll work. Hard as brickbat. I think it was Jane Davenport that suggested putting flesh color or whatever color you use a lot in a dauber bottle. So of course I had to do that. Reaching for a brush I don't mind using with acrylic. I don't need a brush. Yeah, I do, to get it out of there. Let's do that. These dauber tops don't last very long. That'd really be surprising if that came back to life. What are you doing under the covers, Judy? Are you thick? I've never been a stay under the covers kind of gal, but I have a friend who can just stay in her jammies all day long. In part of the cleanup, I found some, I knew that was going to happen. Put that over there. Anyway, during the cleanup, I found some glue gun stencils I had made. I thought that might be kind of fun to use. I need a carried that with me Saturday. Deco Art metallic luster. I'm not sure how to use it, so let's see. Let's see what we can do. This is black shimmer, and this is iced espresso. Look at that color. And it's dry. Okay. I'm gonna squirt it with some water. That's what happens when you get sample products and don't use them. But we won't be using that. How about that? Out of sight, out of mind. Kind of sort of gonna work. This was a lot more effort than I thought when I made these stencils. I'm sure there are more modern glue guns that work easier. This is one of the Tim Holtz. Sorry about that. Can't do a thing about it. That's not too shabby. I need to I broke one of these lids. Here it is. Shoot. I've got the little round pads. I just need a Velcro to put them on with. I haven't done that. And I have a wet wipe. I'm not going to use it just yet on this brush because I might use that around the page. In fact, I think I'm going to just do that. This is just a cheap old notebook I got for, I think, $2.50 at Goodwill. Paper's holding up surprisingly well. Has anybody else joined us yet? I guess we're all by ourselves today. Kathy Berg, hello. I'm doing great, Kathy. Be sure and welcome everybody that drops in, because I may or may not see them. I'm not a stamper, so my techniques are not the best in the world. But gets the job done. I like these. There. Now let's okay. Let me pick that bad boy up. Putting everything over on the encaustic. I know it is when you're streaming. You either do. I try to do something so that I can interact a little bit, something that doesn't require a whole lot of thought on my part, and then you still kind of forget to look. See, I didn't want that. I wanted this to see if. Be better if I could see through it. I think I'm gonna glue that down. This poor little glue stick. Just water. Dang it. Don't let water get on the back of your paper and then try to glue it. I think I've about figured out people like lives just to have an excuse to talk to other people. I was thinking about making that illustrator, but since this line appears to be the edge and it's crooked, I thought I'd leave the others. How's that for a thought process? We've all got them. It's just a question of whether you listen to them or not. And for this type of project, it doesn't matter. That's the other point to this project. This isn't going in the louver. I mean, it could, 100 years from now. Our grandkids could be going, my grandma did that. I doubt it. And there's that. Might have some washi tape. There's that other thing. I've opened at least 4 of those. I'm going to do the black. I like it. Kathy, I used to do that too, just pop on when I had the mood. But I found out that I wasn't in the mood enough. Hey, Mary. Kathy, I need to subscribe too if I'm not already. I need to put some glue under that, don't I? Ah. I think I stopped right there. The goofs are what make people like watching. because it kind of proves that we're not superhuman. And people who expect a full-blown studio type setup don't get me, that's for sure. Because to do a studio setup, you've got to make your samples, and you've got to do 2 or 3 different versions of each one. And I would be so bored, I wouldn't want to finish it. Yeah, that's not too bad. Not too shabby. I'm really getting in with these circles, huh? Hoodoo. This appears to be a piece of deli paper that I crumpled for some reason. Probably somebody did it and I thought, oh, that's a cool idea. I'll do it too. Let me do it too. The other thing that I'm trying to do with this journal is use art that I've created, like my own papers, my own washi tapes. And save the black paper that comes behind your stencils. This stuff is great jellied. That's funny, Mary. I heard the Rising's having a big trouble today. And I had to wait what seemed like forever to get my Cox to go on. I just got so many papers in the same colorways to use. And how likely is that to ever happen? This looks like an off print from the same thing I was doing over here. And my space just decreased by about 6 inches. Turn her side down. I'd be like the blonde laying sod. Have to be told green side up. Some people have metal rulers that are just flat, but most of them have cork, and this one has a magnet. Who's leaving? Kathy A. Okay. Oh, Kathy B. Go out to dinner. All righty then. I don't know why, but I want something about 2 inches. The other thing about these lives that I find fun is that people just have permission to come and go as they please. And I like that. I don't want anybody to ever feel forced. This is that green floor paper that's used by painters to keep windowsills and windows free from paint so they can paint easier. Let me get this little tidbit off of there. Get it at Lowe's or Home Depot. I got mine on Amazon because I confess it's easier to do that than take an hour or 2 hours to go out and look for it. It's not helping the economy any. I mean the local economy. All right, you and I are going to have a mess over here. This folder will not stay. Guess that means it's time to empty it. That'll help for a little while. Shit. Oh, sorry. If I was on Gene's, the musical scrappers site, I would get time out for that. Let's try some metallic sterling silver. Folk art. And I want some of this color shift purple flash. I still haven't gotten a hold of what a pretty color that is. Don't you love people to have room for having a second book? Hey, Sophia. Picking up a little paint from that extra. Are y'all talking about flu shots? Hubs had his a week or so ago and it didn't bother him. Found it. It was already stuck. Saw my ruler somewhere. I mean my roller. I'll get it out in a minute. What did I do with it? The joys of having your studio completely torn up. getting better. I see the chat moving. I am determined to get everything everything has a spot. And I don't have to move more than 2 things to get to it. That's my goal. And then if everything has a home where it lives, you can get it off the shelf, use it, and put it right back. But what happens in my world is something else somehow manages to fill that space while the owner of that space is being worked. Okay. I've got as many painted papers on my desk in a file folder that I need to put away. Have I said yet today how much I love my Shannon Green book with all my painted papers in it? So easy to use. Now, if I had torn that backwards away from the front, I wouldn't have picked up these white lines. At least you feel good enough to be watching a few videos. If I felt that bad, I'd just stay in the bed like you were a little while ago. All right. Sure is easier to use a paper trimmer. What's that for a straight line? Not. Gosh, I've done that so many times. Hey, Lori. Y'all remember a couple of years ago when everybody was saying, but your online friends are fake friends. They're not really your friends. That's a joke. I've met some of the people in person, and my current art tribe with Rosemary Morris is full of people that I knew before. I mean, knew online. Have y'all noticed my camera is the right direction? I'd reboot if I don't get it down. Why does my nose run every time I get online with you? I must be allergic to you. And I have a bookoodle of bone folders. God only knows where they are. I think one of them's in my kit. Judy, did you get my spreader thingy? There it is. Sorry, I was being ugly to you. These are the stencils that I made from, look at this one. It's been through a lot. I don't know that I want more circles. Well, that doesn't look like circles over there. Nagging at me about moving. Time to move. Who am I missing? Oops. moved it, not that anybody will know. I think this is more of a jelly plate stencil in its raggedy state. But at least I made it. I think that'll do. Can't believe I was on stream last Thursday, for 2.5 hours, and nobody complained. I don't like that, but who else is here? No, this is the Tim Holtz Ink Dauber Mary. The price was right, and I like the way the lid closes like a lipstick. And you can use it like that for real tight, and then use it down here for loose bristles. Are you talking to me, Sophia? Hell, people doing it to me. Oh, there you go. I see back up there. Sorry I didn't see you. I was busy daubing. Oh, it's Dot made you buy something. Good, not me. Hey, Pandora. I'm looking. See if I missed something. I think they were two for $7. And then I don't know, they were on sale, so I got 3 in the little tin to keep them in. But nothing else is coming in the studio until I use some of what I got. This is Seedless Preserves. It's a pretty color. It goes perfect on this page. Where are you getting a sheet of tea bag paper, Sophia? I'm reading. I have some Cotty paper. Sure I'm not pronouncing it right. Yeah, mine is in a handmade journal, but I'm saving it. You know how that goes. Hey, Judy, that would be pretty cool. Right to left, right? Can you read that? I'm yelling. I'm so glad I figured out how to make this camera go right. I prefer using my dip pens, but I was having trouble getting them to write on top of acrylic paint. This is something I got in my Art Snacks box. It's a zebra, Japanese writing. It's supposed to be waterproof. I like that little subscription. It's $25, I think, and I got 3 of these pens and a tube of watercolor. I'm not sure what all I got. All right, there we go. Y'all that just came in, hey, Kimberly, didn't see the pages I did Saturday at Rosemary Morris's studio, her open studio. I'm telling you, this is just so much fun for me. It's just structured enough that it holds my attention. I'm gonna clean this. Good enough for who it's for. See, you push the sleeve up, put the lid on, and then snap it down, and you don't get any bristles going sideways. Now, ask me tomorrow where that is, and I'll go, I don't know. Mary, I've got to get you on notifications. I think I used to get notices on you, but I don't anymore, so I need to go back and do that. Back when YouTube used to send you a weekly review of the people in your group who did hello, people who did videos that week. I enjoyed that. Saw somebody the other day. Let's see, who was it? Think hard. Some De Laurenti, Pebbio Gold. Who was it? Reviewing the Blick brand acrylic. Ooh, a lucky. Julie Faye fan. Okay. I don't watch her videos as much as I used to. Hers almost seem like they're too prepared. Does that make sense? Maybe not prepared. That may not be the right word. Polished, like I was talking about earlier. You're not going to get polished from me. Been there, done that, wrote the book, and I don't want to do it again. Pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I need a drink of water. Y'all that came in later didn't get to see my encaustic project. I already piled a bunch of stuff on it. I can't publicize it because it's a surprise commission. Are you ready? That flat piece. That's a stencil. And the other was, the other things I was using are glue gun stencils. You ready to see it? Here we go. That's the other side of my work desk. I've got it set up for encaustic. It's got 5 layers so far of encaustic. I'm not going to get my 3 hours on it today because I'm playing with you guys. Oh, maybe the gel plate? Here, this thing. I did an experiment with these. These are cosmetic silicone gel pads, and they are marvelous for scraping stuff. It's much less damaging than a credit card. And I really, really do like using it. And it spreads just like a credit card, so you could use it for gesso. I think I got 8 or 9 of them on AliExpress for $7, $8. So I really like them. This is a keeper. This is also a cosmetic sponge, but it didn't work so well. It didn't do much other. See, it's still got some color in it from the other day. Not that that matters, see, but I mean, it's a real heavy. It's a more condensed foam than your cosmetic sponges. I was trying it on. I've got that over here. Real coarse sanded pastel paper to see if it would tear up as much as the soft sponges do, and it was beginning to get some holes. The soft sponges make me mad because they turn hard and brittle and cracky. So that's what that is. Did that answer the question? Oh, yeah, this rectangular piece. Yes, that is the 3x5 jelly plate. It's a perfect size. And you can use it as a stamp, or when I first got mine, I treated them so reverently. Now I don't. And now I don't. No, vertical it is. I don't like this one. Come on. Here it is. This trick helps you tear your paper better, but there's so much acrylic on this that You might want to look at it, Goose. It just, on ordinary napkins and stuff, it just almost dissolves that place where you put it. I'm gonna have to do some cleanup. Ruler down. What I was looking for there was something more solid with maybe just a few dark patterns to make that pop off a little bit better. I'm gonna cut that. This is some encaustic monoprinting. There you go. Got a big clippy over here I'm using to try to keep that contained. I don't want that to be right in the center, so I'm going to put it right there. And that line is not torn straight. That just looks like doo-doo crap. Come on now, you can do better than that. See, this is where I start getting sloppy. And I know I've begun, I can recognize it now. Yeah, that'll be okay. Wish it would be okay. Nobody's grading it. I cannot take up any more challenges. I was doing the design team thing for a while, and that became all I was doing. I thought, this isn't right. I need to do my own stuff. Look at that pretty coloration. I think this was a Smithsonian magazine. Where did that? I don't know where that came from. Okay. Line her up, Buttercup. I miss anything? Can't tell if it still smells like beeswax or not, especially since I've got mine hot over here at 200 degrees. I turned it down a little bit. So it wouldn't run me out of the room being so hot. May not stick all the way, so if it doesn't, I'll have to put something more like matte medium on it. There she is. What's that Beck talking about? Aunt Beck Rick, I keep missing your Tuesday Goodwill. Is it Tuesday the seniors get a discount? Of course, our stores aren't that good. See if this stuff reconstituted any. Not a bit. I remember the days when I had a house that could handle another pie plate or a little sit around dust them, but no more. Drink water. I just love that wax. Feels so good. This is the De La Rowney brand at Walmart, and it's pretty good paint. Some micaceous iron oxide and some color shift. I heard that the color shift was a seasonal paint, and that's why Walmart didn't restock, which makes me sad because I didn't ever get the orange or the yellow. Hobby Lobby has bigger jars, 8 ounces. I guess if I wanted it bad enough, I could pony up for the bigger jar. I think that's going to be enough. Sure wish I knew where my ruler was. Like I don't have 15, but they're not handy. Yeah, it's really cool. And the orange goes really nicely with the teal. Of course, if y'all know me, like I know me, I gotta have them all. I have been like that my entire life. Didn't matter if it didn't matter if it was embroidery floss or what it was. Had to have them all. That looks like it's been on an airplane. Well, we'll be using some gold. Somebody told me it was because it was seasonal. A seasonal paint. That doesn't make much sense to me. I heard that online. Somebody said it. So if somebody said it, it must be true. Who did I see? Did I see Shell? No, I didn't see Shell. Mary, it's great for stuff like this. There's a pale pink that I want to get in the acrylic. Ooh, how nice. That's a maybe. This was supposed to be my subdued color journal, but all of my papers are bright and shiny. Has anybody ever made paper? One of these days, I might do that. I've got an old blender up there, so you can tell I've kind of been thinking about it. I liked that one a while ago too. Speak to me. I don't want those to be, that puts that in halfway. Robin McClendon has a monthly subscription. That doesn't look like it goes good. Not good enough. Be gone. Anyway, it's a subscription service, and she's a fabulous artist. And that's who I've been following these days. Maybe, baby, I've got eyes for you. Lots of purples and pinks. I guess that must be my go-to color. Ah, look, baby. I kind of like that. Don't overthink it. What a beautiful job you did with that. Oh my God. I just about flipped that gold off onto my... I don't like having to have my laptop in here for this kind of filming, because the cameras don't work with iPads and such. I'm going to be making some paste paper too. I want to research that a little bit and see what some of the prior cultures did with paste paper. Because I did see some antique stuff the other day that was really cool. I mean, I saw it online. I didn't darken the door of a museum or anything. I wonder why on the computer screen that's got the live feed hooked to it, the thing is reversed horizontally, and then when I see it on the iPad, it's fine. Inquiring minds want to know. Just can't leave that alone, can I? Gold paint on it. Can you tell I'm slowing down? I think it's going to be about time to quit. My brain starts slowing down. This is a scrap from when I was on the, oh crud, the sculpture stuff. I should remember the name. We're not going to talk about forgetful memories. You might ask yourself, why is she pulling in that ugly piece of craft paper with sculpture crud? It's because this is a pattern and this is a pattern, and by breaking them up with something a little more nondescript, they can live together. Hey, Gail. Haverpaw. That's what it was. You talk about a messy. I mean, you'd have that bronzy stuff and plaster stuff all over yourself. Okay, now I made a little mark. Now I can't see it. Make sure that that was what I wanted before I go ahead. Yeah, that works. Yipper. That works. It's got little black and white Hello Kitties on it. Am I missing anything, chat side? Azure Muse. That's a new one to me. Getting gold paint now everywhere. I never thought I'd see the day that I liked a glue stick. I'm kind of pleased with the way that turned out. I think I'm gonna call it a day, you guys. It's almost 6 o'clock. Make up for my Friday that went so long. I've still got encaustic wax hot over here, and I can put a little more on this before the evening comes. Scraping's my favorite part. Of encaustic. Searching for that perfect surface that is ever so hard to get. Alrighty, but I need some chicken scratches. Hey, Debbie Epps. I've been in. Damn it. Sorry, excuse me. My alter ego is determined that I'm going to get gold paint all over my whole desk. There. How about that? Is that you, baby girl? 7-month-old miniature schnauzer, and she is a doll. I'm checking up. Okay, see you later, right back. I'm backing up. Wait until this dries. Yeah, at least it's gold. Don't you just hate those old men that obviously can't get a girlfriend on their own and they have to get on our feeds? I get them on Instagram all the time. Okay, dry my heat guns over with the encaustic. If Musical Scrapper heard me talking, she would send me to the principal. That's a pretty yellow ochre, and thin enough it's transparent. Okay, what are you going to put in there? So I can go on. Yarn. Okay. Is everybody happy? On Twitter, I usually block them because they're the ones that usually only have 2 or 3 followers. They're the ones most likely to be Russian. Wait, photograph that one already. Let's get this one. While we're here, touch password is worthless when you paint. Alrighty. Okay, I'm gonna kick off, guys. Anybody got any last rites for me? Are you on tonight, Debbie? And the last one on here has to tell me to put the lid on the glue, which it is. That's the one I was using. Thanks, Judy. I'll be back on Thursday. All right. All right. All right. Okay, I'll wait for y'all to talk a little bit if you're not done. I don't know what I have to do there, so. That turned out nice in there. And it picked up the gold ochre. Okay, Kimberly. Y'all have a good evening. I'm going to go scrape some encaustic. See you, bye.